You go to bed hearing my voice and waking up to me with those shuddering nightmares that a candle has to close bullish or bearish at some point today. But if you're doing this astronomy stuff, looking into the moon, waiting for it to deviate to the left or your cat to walk over your keyboard to give you a sign, then you're just hoping for the best. You have to have something that is foolproof. Guys, I have a serious question for you. A real serious question. What does it take to keep trading simple? And look, I'm not professing to have, claiming to have, should I say, the holy grail of all trading strategies. But what I am promising you is that there's no denying what I'm about to tell you. All right. I'm going to go through some of my trades that I've taken this week. I'm going to show you some results. And this is not to brag. This is not to show off. I mean, if you've been following me for a while now, you know that is not something I do blatantly. I'm joking. But listen, how difficult can trading be when there is an undeniable truth that at some point today, I'm going to keep saying this until you go to bed hearing my voice, dreaming about me, and waking up to me with those shuddering nightmares because I keep drilling it in your head that a candle has to close bullish or bearish at some point today. Can we just agree on that, please? I got a full 5-part series on this YouTube channel where I share the 2CT concept. Granted, it has been evolutionized, battle tested, and it's evolved to 2CDT now. However, 2CT is still responsible for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of challenges, verifications, and funding accounts being smashed by traders just following this one principle that a candle has to, or core belief that the candle has to close bullish or bearish. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in payouts. Now, I know 50% of you have probably clicked off already because I don't have the Ferrari or the Richard Mille watch blinging in your face, but I'm just telling you something. Process over everything is what I'm about on this channel. That is it. I mean, look here. Let me show you something. Adriano, right? One of probably the most unbelievable traders that I've worked with. Worked with him for a very long time. Trading one candle, right? Okay, passed it in one day. I'm not going to say you're going to pass it in one day, but what I'm saying is that this works. Darmish, 200K passed, on to phase 2. Now, he started this in January. Now, some of you might say, oh, well, you know what? How many months? 9 months to pass a challenge. Man, you try passing a challenge, period. Right? You try passing a challenge with your overcomplicated EMA strategies, whatever it may be called. Mo, 2 trades this week smashed. Phase 2 funded. Like, the proof's in the pudding. I can show you hundreds more, hundreds. The point is this: we have to keep trading simple. We have to. Some of you are trading, you're just hoping that if you just pick up a concept because somebody else is making money from it, that as long as you do what they're doing, you're going to make money too, because you saw a glimpse of a winning trade. I win trades, I lose trades. But if you're doing this astronomy stuff, looking into the moon, waiting for it to deviate to the left, or your dog to bark twice, or your cat to walk over your keyboard to give you a sign, then you're just shooting for the stars. I mean, that's not bad. But you're just hoping for the best. You have to have something that is foolproof. Right? The trade that I took on Monday, I'm not sure this is quite it. No, sorry. That was on Tuesday. What day is it today? Wednesday. That was on Monday. That was on Tuesday. This is on Monday. Look here, guys. Right? 2 trades, 1 win, 1 loss. Now, you don't need a 70, 80, 90% win rate strategy. You just need an undeniable truth. That is it. Repeatable patterns, a process that you can follow consistently, long term, with discipline, patience, no dumb shit. You get all the coup and just take the trades right here on this trade. I took a sell. Why did I take the sell? Well, we can clearly see that the structure of this market has been pushing for a very long period of time. Now, let me just keep trading the price action simple for you. After a very strong push phase, you have to have a pullback. You see a pullback? Not rocket science. Second thing I'm looking at when I'm looking at this trade is we see that the market has been pushing bullish for a very long period of time. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. 5 hours of the market pushing bullish without a pullback. Now, I'm not just going to blindly take a pullback because I'm trading a single candle, but I am going to look for evidence. So when this candle opens, it creates what I like to call a top wick, if you don't know, and it starts to flip bearish. Based on the fact that the market is majorly extended, we're due a pullback, we flip bearish. The idea then is that we're going to continue to drive bearish. And using the relationship between higher time frame and lower time frame, being able to manipulate the range of a single candle using lower time frame structure, when the market creates a sentiment where we're going from being bullish to now shifting bearish, I can anticipate a downtrend in the market, enter the market when the candle has gone flipped bearish in anticipation that it continues bearish. One candle, including the confluence from the hourly structure that prices push bullish for a very long period of time. It's not rocket science. It's no secret. I took the trade and it lost. Okay. What do I do next? Well, I can clearly see that the market on the 1 minute time frame is pushed for a very long period of time without a pullback. That being said, going back to the hourly, we now have 6 hours worth of information of the price pushing bullish without a pullback. So what do? Well, I look for a sentiment shift in the market where I can anticipate price to create a top wick and then do what? Flip bearish again. Once it flips bearish, I'm looking to take advantage of the range of that hourly candle back to the downside in anticipation of this pullback. What do we have? Bob's your uncle, a 4-hour trade. Now tell me the difference between the first trade that I took and the second trade that I took. Nothing. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. You win, you lose. Now I'm 3-hour up on the day. Moving forward to Tuesday, I signed off, went about my day, spent time with my family, and I came back the next day. Here's another principle. What do we see? A very strong push phase without a pullback. What do we see on the hourly time frame? A very strong overextended hourly candle. That being said, if we have an overextended candle, there's a high chance that price will at least retrace to 50%, where my break-even mark is. So that means that I can take the trade to manage it, and then thereafter, wherever it goes, it goes. That's besides the point. I want to focus on my executions here, and that's what I did. Strong push phase, sentiment shift in the market, lower high formed in anticipation of a downtrend. What have I done? I've just taken advantage of a single candle's movement. Now, granted, I could have maximized that all the way back down to the low, and now that would have been an almost 6-hour trade. 3-hour profit yesterday or Monday, 6-hour today. I mean, you couldn't ask for much more. And if you're taking the challenges and you're going for funding, you need 8-hour, 10-hour on the challenge, 5-bar, you're close to being funded. Not literally, you've got the trading days, but you know what I mean. Okay, so this was another trade with the exact same process. Here again, what do we have? Very strong push phase without a pullback. So what am I looking for here? Well, I'm looking for price after I can see prices failing to break the structural high. Simple price action, resistance, failing to break the high. We've got butt bodies here. I'm anticipating price to do what? At a resistance level, create a top wick, flip bearish, and continue down. Did it work? No. But again, was it the same process as this trade? Yes. But we lose. Doesn't matter. Now, moving over to Euro USD. Look here. This is a trade we called on the live trading session. And here is another trade. You will see the exact same thing. Strong push phase without a pullback. Strong push phase without a pullback. Now here on this trade, you can clearly see the same thing as GU. Price pushing bullish for a very long period of time, overextended hourly candle, shift in structure here in anticipation of a downtrend, and voila, Bob's your uncle. Okay, 2R here. What about this one? Well, this trade over here, this was also a trade that is identical to this one. Strong push phase without a pullback. Again, now we're at a major resistance. You see the similarities? Here, major resistance. Here, major resistance. The anatomy of a candle formation is wick first, body next, entry in anticipation of a strong push phase. And that's what we have here. And in actual fact, just so you don't think that I'm making this up, is it possible for me to bring this up? I believe it could be possible to bring this up for you. The man, the legend himself, took this trade on the session yesterday, and I'll share this with you. Here we go. This is the exact same trade, and he was able to bang out on this one. I have to respect his privacy here, so I have to do something very quickly. I'm sure you wouldn't mind, but just be respectful. There you go. 5R. 5R. So this is where he took profit. 5R on this trade. Guys, it's not rocket science. It doesn't need to be rocket science. It is simple maths. 1 + 1 = 3. That is it. A candle has to close bullish or bearish at some point today. The anatomy of a candle formation is wick first, body next. Manipulating the range from a single candle using lower time frames to maximize the range. Using simple structure, the trend is your friend. Trend down. Trend down. Trend down. I mean, here is another trade that, I mean, I can share the examples with you again, but another trade that was just taken today. Strong push phase without a pullback in anticipation for price to continue bullish. Because after this candle closes bullish, where do we anticipate the next candle to go? Bullish. There's no reason for this candle not to go bullish. So this was another trade that was taken today. Let me share that with you just very quickly. Last one. Last one. Look. I mean, look. Okay, here's the trade. And again, just to respect my brother's name, let me just do this very quickly for you. I'm sure none of them will mind, but just out of respect. 27 minutes ago. Look, exact same trade. Same process. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. Apologies. There you go. Right? Here's the trade he took. Here's the post. Here's the trade I'm sharing with you. Simple process. Look here. Previous candle bullish, next candle bullish. Strong push phase without a pullback. It's that simple. He weren't the only one that took it. I'm just saying to you guys, this video is not here for me to flex and show all the results of all these guys, but it's to inspire you, to make you just think about how you're approaching the markets. There is so much training on this YouTube channel. This is not a promotion. This is not me market you. Say, come and join NDS Academy, even though I think that's the best place for you to be. But you got to strip it back. You got to keep it simple. You got to focus on a simple process, guys. If you don't, you're going to be confused. You're going to doubt. You're going to question. You are going to continuously go around in circles. If you want that consistency, things can change overnight. You just got to commit to it. How do you do that? Trade one candle only, one candle only. That is it. No, there's no BS here. I'm not even going to edit this video. No BS. One candle is all you need. I don't care where the liquidity is. I don't care where the bank levels are. I don't care what whole numbers you think are the numbers you should be trading from. I have nothing against any of those kind of approaches to the market. Support, resistance, using indicators, do what the hell you want. I'm just saying keep it simple. Goodness sake, that is it. I don't think there's much more to talk about. That's it. If you enjoyed the video, guys, do me a big favor. Hit the like button, please. Turn on notifications, subscribe. Also, let me know what you think down in the comments. Honestly, tell me how your results or what your results look like, because I know a lot of you using this concept. Watch this video through, guys. Watch it through to the end and watch it again. Too many nuggets in here. Anyway, until next time, guys, continue to trust the process.